Hello everyone, this is the Shitcoin Detective, and today let's take a look at this token called Zappa.io. Today is going to be a deep dive. We are going to take a look at where the scammer is coming from and what the contract is actually doing. So I'm going to start with an obligatory scammer alert, and then we are going to go ahead and do the deep dive of this token. So you're probably trying to sell this Zappa.io token, and it's PancakeSwap is telling you that you received an airdrop worth of $36,000. Your tokens are actually useless. You cannot sell them. When you're trying to do that, the approve method is just not working. So nobody can approve their tokens, and when you try to approve it on the PancakeSwap, then you get a message that you have to claim the tokens on Zappa.io. Oh, hold on a second, Zappa.vip. I thought this was called Zappa.io. Anyway, so if we go to the holders list, we see that 1.8 million people received this token. So there's going to be a fair amount of people who are going to try to sell these tokens, and that's what the scammer is hoping for. So if we look at the PooCoin, that the LP holders actually, first of all, you can see that people are able to buy and sell this token, so you can get rid of it from your wallet. If you just buy one token, then the rest of it will disappear from your wallet. More interesting is the holders list for the liquidity pool token. So if we'll take a look at here, this is the owner of the token. You can search it by going to the holders and tracing it back here. What we can see here is he placed 104 BNB in the liquidity pool, and he received in this transaction, he received, for example, from another wallet a quite large amount of BNB. And if we take a look at here, this was the same person who, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong transaction. It's the same person who had the swap exact Ethereum tokens. So it's the same person. Remove liquidity. Yes, I was looking for this. So it's the same person who had the Vera.io scam. So here the Vera.io has been rugpulled, which is fine. Nobody really had that token. And this is the latest scam that they are concentrating on. So it's done by the same people. All right, if we take a look at their website, we can see that Zappa, invest safely, fight with us against scams. Yeah, this is kind of tongue in cheek. So this website is obviously a copy of another website called Stay Safu. So as you can see, the website is almost a carbon copy, and yeah, they just took this website and copied it. So as we can see right now, this is obviously a scam. If you are only interested in that, you can stop watching the video. Whoever is still interested in how this works, let's get into it and let's try to track down the scammers. So for that, the first thing that I made was a domain name lookup for this website. And by the looks of it, they are registering their website with this Hexonet website, which we can see that the website is registered as Hexonet, and the host there or something like that seems to be the oneip.net. We can see that the most of the information is redacted. I don't have access to it, but the state seems to be Arkansas and the country is China, and I don't think there is a Chinese province called Arkansas. So this was a sidetrack which didn't really lead anywhere. So I looked at the website source for this Zappa.vip, and all the links and all the information, the pictures and everything seems to be coming from this website called www Web Online. So I looked at that one instead, and yeah, from the Stay Safu website, they don't. So they were using their own domain name, and you know, all the images and everything was a sub folder from their hosting. So I looked up this HW Web Online, and this is a Chinese web hosting company. So I have reason to believe that the scammers are actually operating from China. This Whoislookup didn't give me the email address or anything else like that for the scammers, but looking at this web host there, the Whois, still we didn't receive any information. This web hosting has 200,000 websites and seems to be, you know, Chinese only, meaning that to really understand a web hosting service and to have a contract and to have a payment and so on, you need to be operating from China. So that's why I believe that the scammers who are operating on the Binance Smart Chain and launching these websites over and over again are operating from China. Okay, since I'm not really familiar with China, I'm not going to go any further than this. That I think this is sufficient information for you know, to determine where and someone to pick up from there. Now take a look at the unlock wallet page, which is this happens when you click on the get Zap Airdrop. So one thing to note is that they are using the PancakeSwap logo here, right? And I took a look at the source for this website, and it has two JavaScripts which are running. The first one is the most interesting. The second one seems to be just the elliptic curve encryption methods, and the first one seems to be the one which is actually has some code for unlocking, and yeah, it's a blob of text. There isn't really, you know, something that I can do with this without formatting and looking at the code. I'm also not fluent in JavaScript, so what I did was I reformatted the code with some online tool and put it into this online editor, which I just found by Googling it. So one thing that caught my eye is there seems to be a list of tokens that are listed here. So it lists 6 different tokens, and that after that it gets approval for each and every one of these tokens and give you some bogus error message like oh, the transaction didn't succeed, there's something wrong with your wallet app, please switch. Yeah, it's like it's trying to force you with error messages to approve multiple contacts basically. And I strongly believe that the list of these tokens is the ones that you are approving when you unlock that wallet. So the receiver address, this one, it doesn't seem to be working. If I search this on Binance Smart Chain, I don't really find anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe this one has to be, you know, sorted, or it has some sort of, or maybe they messed up their code and they're actually running the wrong code, and, you know, the scam actually doesn't work. But the intent was to get these tokens out from your wallet. So what are these tokens that they are listing here? XE9E, 0xE9E. Binance Peg BUSD tokens. The other one, Binance Peg BSC USD tokens. USDC. Wrapped BNB. Binance Peg Ethereum token. This is a bridged Ethereum token to the Binance Smart Chain. And Binance Peg BTC tokens. So I have a strong suspicion that these are the tokens that they're trying to steal from your wallet. However, based on the fact that there are many checks that they are happening here, this seems to be quite an elaborate code here, and I think it might be also going through all your tokens in your wallet and getting approval for them, maybe. I'm unfortunately not fluent enough in JavaScript to trace this down, and there is also quite some obfuscation happening with the code, which makes it quite difficult to track. It also seems to be logging each of these transactions that is happening. So, which would mean that they have probably a database of all the approvals, and so they can go through those approvals and then get all your tokens from your wallet. So, while this video was only for the Zepa.io token, right? I think most of these airdrop scams are operating with the same code or slightly modified code, where they only change, for example, the token approvals or the names of the tokens and these sort of things. And they're operating from China, very much likely, because why would they use a Chinese web hosting if they are not operating from there? So this has been the Shitcoin Detective. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe and don't trade tokens like this. And subscribe to my channel and like this video so we get some more viewers who can see this sort of things and they don't get scammed